Okay. All right. Well, welcome to our opportunity call tonight. We are so excited to have you. Maybe you know a little bit about Plexus, or maybe you are just have never heard of it. And the person who reached out to you thought that you would be great for this opportunity. And so we're going to share our stories about kind of how Plexus has helped us along the way, and what it looks like to do this as a business. And so it started for me back in 2015. I was a paralegal and worked with my husband, and I just knew that sitting behind a desk was just not for me. I really just wanted to be interacting with people, helping people. That was something that I was super passionate about. I loved wellness. Previously, I had owned a juice company, and you guys, owning your own brick and mortar is like such a hard, hard thing to do. It is you 24/7, nobody else. It is you staying up late. I mean, we would stay up until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. getting orders out. It was just me and my business partner. And never saw any revenue really, because we were just so like new and in the beginning. And when I moved, I decided to not do that anymore, because it was just not something that I could see myself doing down the road. I didn't want to be the person that was going to be up until 3 a.m. every morning, right? And we all know that no one's going to do it but you. And so that's kind of how I got started in my health and wellness journey. I've had digestive issues since I was a little kid. And my friend reached out to me about Plexus, and she was like, hey, listen, I feel like these products can really help you. They focus on gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. You should give them a try. And of course, I was a huge skeptic, because I just felt like I tried everything out there, and nothing worked. Like, I tried things. I went to like holistic doctors. I was always constipated, bloated, sugar cravings, just all of it. And I felt like, okay, what do I have to lose? So I told her, I was like, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to stick to it, because I know that nothing happens overnight. And so 6 years later, here I am. Crazy. And I say the opportunity found me, but honestly, I feel like it was just meant to be, because the products helped me. And I previously knew I didn't want to I didn't want to work as a brick and mortar owner. And then I also didn't want to work behind the desk at a 9 to 5. So as I started, it started kind of just snowballing a little bit, sharing with a few friends. That was my first priority. I was like, I want to get my products paid for. Like most, everyone starts out, we have a great referral bonus program that really helps you get your products paid for. You can make about $400 to $500 in your first 30 days, sooner if you're a super go-getter. And so that was something that was really like important to me. I was like, okay, I want to get my products paid for. I don't want to have that one more thing, but I was loving the products at the time. So I was like, why would I not just share with a few friends? And so I shared with my mom and my sister, my best friend, and then my husband jumped on. And so it started to kind of just be a word of mouth type thing. And within the first month, I made $1,000. I went to the second rank, which we have like a fast start program, which is amazing. Something you always want to look for in a company is a fast start program. And so then I was like hooked. I was like, okay, like this is insane. I can actually make an income, a good income with this. When you look at our compensation plan, I can actually make a good income with this. And so, I feel like we share a lot of things every single day. Our favorite lipstick, our favorite restaurant, our favorite hair products. I don't know about you, but I literally share so much stuff. And I did before Plexus. And it was funny because I never thought of it. I'm like, gosh, I share all of these things and I don't get paid for it. It's so funny. But now I feel like people or companies have gotten so smart, because they give you the chance to have a referral bonus, right? Like For instance, a kids clothing store that I shop online, every time my sister also orders something, I make money off of it, which is awesome because we shop a lot at this certain store, and so does my sister. So anytime she buys something, I make money. I get like $20 back, which adds up. And so that's kind of how it works with Plexus. And so now, 6 years later, it has been such a fruitful business, not only for me, but the other ladies that you're going to hear. In those almost 6 years, will be in February. I am almost at the top of our company. I am one rank below, and that rank has done tremendous things for our family. One, I have been able to pay off $30,000 to $40,000 in student debt. I am currently building, when I say dream home, my dream home. It is insane to me that that I'm actually walking through the process, and I don't have to say, no, I don't we need to hold off on this because it's, we might need to save or this. And I'm not saying that, we're very smart about our money, but it just feels so good that we can actually from the ground up build a house that my growing family, I'm pregnant with my third child, can live in, and I get to design it from the ground up. And to me, that is just something I never thought I would ever do. And Plexus has a big role in that, you guys. My husband also has an amazing job, but I always say this part because you don't have to need the money. You don't have to need the income, right? Because a lot of the times you're like, well, I love my job. Why would I need the extra income? Here's the thing. When you have a job, right? And you love your job, this allows you to explore and use your God-given talents and gifts and your creativeness. And that's what I truly love about this is I get to do other things and speak to women in just raising up such a community. It's so amazing because I get to use that gift of just motivational speaking and things like that. And so maybe necessarily you're not here and you're like, I don't need to make a certain amount. Maybe you're just really bored in your job and you're like, I want to use my God-given talents of X, Y, and Z and also make an impact. And so, money is such a great thing. And I love that now I'm able to give back. That has been such a big thing for me when I said, hey, when I hit, when I make, $15,000 a month, I want to start giving back like a big chunk. And you guys, we give back, and we, for Christmas, so amazing. We adopt a couple families and we just buy their Christmas. And that to me, this year, I have a three-year-old son and a 15-month-old, which the 15-month-old is not going to understand. But this year, I get to take him along with me and tell him listen, this Christmas, this is what we do. You give back. And it's so great to be able to do that. And it doesn't matter the amount, but it's just so nice to be able to give back to people, because I know I came from a single mom family, and I know that times are hard, especially in this time right now that we're living in. And so it's just been such an amazing opportunity. And not only that, but it has snowballed into sharing and helping thousands of people in my community alone. And so you're going to hear an amazing story from our girl, Leah. She is on here. And then Allie is also going to be speaking as well. So if any of this resonates with you guys, please feel free to just get with the person who invited you. Ask questions. This community is so forthcoming, and we're not here to pressure you into anything. We're not here to tell you, you need to do this, but we're going to say you need to do this, because this opportunity is seriously unmatched. And what if this could truly be the key to all your answers that could unlock flexibility, time flexibility for you and your family, traveling. It's allowed us to travel. It's allowed us to just live a more flexible life. And for me, financial freedom is more about time freedom, right? I want to be able to design my day every single day. And that has been the biggest gift I feel like that Plexus has given me, that I'm able to raise my babies and work But I do it in a way that I know if I'm on vacation, I can still run this business. It's not like I have to be in an office, which is just so amazing because I love being a mom, but I also love that this fuels me as an independent woman, as a mama, and it allows you to connect with other women too. And I think that's the biggest blessing is, when you're in a room full of women who are just so passionate about rising up and chasing dreams, that electricity from that is unmatched. But I'm going to pass this off to Leah, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her story.
All right. So first of all, I was going to talk about before Plexus. So before I started Plexus, it was like right before COVID. I was pregnant and I was pretty miserable. And just being home with COVID and being pregnant, first of all, my mental state was just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Plus I had 2 kids to chase around. And my husband was not at home during COVID. He was still working. So it was me and the kids and pregnant at home by myself. And I was about to go nuts. And then I got a message from Heather, and she just reached out to me about Plexus, and totally like not about the business side of it whatsoever. And I got started for so many different issues, for constipation, for stomach issues, and just pain in my body. And I was so grateful that my doctor looked at the products, that he said completely safe during pregnancy. And ever since then, I've been in love with Plexus. I started seeing results pretty instantly. And whenever Heather was like, oh, you should share like your results and make this a business, I was like, no, probably not. I'll pass on that. And then she talked to me about the referral program, and it was like refer three people, or start with 3 friends or family members, and we'll give you about $400. I was like, well, I can do that. So I got 2 people to sign up with me, and it was actually my stepmom and my mom. I was like, I'm not going to share, but I'll get you 3 people. And then I couldn't find a third, so I ended up signing my husband up, and he has actually been on Plexus now since that day. I thought it would be something, just sign him up for a month, and he's going to be done with it. I just want the bonus, but he has not stopped since that day. He fell in love too. So I got that bonus, and then fast forward 10 months. I did not share for 10 months, and that's my biggest regret through the whole thing, is that I was not sharing that whole time, because these products are incredible. And finally, when I got my mindset to think like, these products are incredible, why am I not sharing these with other people? Like, if I believe in these products so much, I should share. So whenever I first started the business side of it, I would say would be January of this year. So almost a whole year later than when I started. And I was just, my mindset was all over the place, and I was scared of what people would think when I would post. Like, why is she posting about this? What is she doing? Until finally I'm like, these products are great. I need to share with what I'm doing. And then I got that first paycheck after January. It was about February, and I hit a bonus and all these things. I'm like, holy cow, this check is like almost like one of my teaching paychecks. Like, this is ridiculous. It's kind of sad on the teaching standpoint, but it was incredible that I could do that in just 1 month of working the business. And now the business side of it is like crazy. And it's crazy to think, I know I got on a Zoom pretty early on with Andrea, and she was like, would you like to stay home? I'm like, yeah, that's not ever going to happen. And now it's like, finally I could see like, holy cow, if I like kept up with what I'm doing, that could totally be an option for my family. So the day to day, like being able to be your own, do whatever you want, make your own calendar every single day. If you want to go somewhere with your kids, if you want to take a vacation, because we know teachers can't take vacations unless it's summertime, to just pick up in January and go on vacation would be incredible. And the incentives that they do and the trips are great. I have not got to go on a trip yet, but after, we have like incentive points that we have, and I will definitely be earning that Disney trip, and it will be a free trip to Disney, which is like incredible. And just helping others along the way, helping others has been great, and helping them feel better. I know whenever I get a message from someone and they're like, thank you so much, like these products are a miracle product. Someone messaged me the other day and they're like, my husband's ready to buy stock in these products. They're incredible. And it's just amazing getting those messages from others. So the business kind of waited a while for me, but that's my only regret, is not sharing day one and starting from there. It would be amazing to see where I could be at today if I would have done that. But the business has been incredible.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is awesome. And I feel like So many people can relate, especially those with kids, especially during the sick season, right? It's like, do you send your kid to school with a little cough, or can you stay home? Are you going to miss a sick day? Are you going to miss paid leave? All of that kind of stuff. I know we have another teacher on here, Brianna, and I remember that was just a really big worry for her, is like, okay, I have a sick kid at home, but who's going to take care of them? And I've got to go to work, and it's crazy. So it definitely gives you, like I said, flexibility and options. And the community, like I said, is so amazing. And maybe you're sitting here thinking like, I am not a good salesperson. Okay. Like that is probably our number one like hesitation that we hear. And I always get so excited when people say like, I'm not a good salesperson. I don't think I'm going to be good at this. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, I'm glad you're not a salesperson. Like we are not salespeople. I do not have a sales background. I don't have like anything to do with sales. I've never had a sales job. The greatest thing about it is the authenticity of you sharing your story and the ladies that you will meet in this community, their story. And you really just share how these products and this opportunity have fit into your life. And you start to relate to different people. And I guarantee you guys might be thinking, I don't know 3 people. And I want to encourage you to think about the people you do life with, like the people you go to the beach with, go to the gym with, go to the store, like whatever it may be. Think about that. You do know 3 people. And it's just crazy because it can be whatever you want it to be. And so as you listen to these stories, think about what is resonating with you. And so I'm going to hand this over to Allie, and you guys get to hear her story.
Thanks, ladies. I definitely love Plexus, and I'm happy to be here sharing a little bit about my journey and my story, just because there's no one story that's the same. There's no cookie cutter personality, experience, person, like influence amount that you have to be successful with an opportunity like Plexus. And I, like I said, everyone's journey is so different. I was introduced to Plexus about 3.5 years ago. And I was actually a person that was super into health, ate pretty clean. I love to exercise. I've never struggled with my weight. I thought it was a weight loss thing. But my friend actually introduced me, and she was in fitness competitions and super, healthy, fit also like that. So I was like, what's this stuff? So at the time I was a nurse and I was preparing for my wedding. So it was kind of like, is it worth the investment? Roughly to get started, you guys may or may not already be on products, but it's about $150 to get started. So amazing products, amazing for the price, but it can be an investment and it can hold some people back. So getting ready for our wedding, it was like, should I do it? Should I not? But I'm so glad that I did. I'm going to talk a little bit on my testimony here, but the opportunity itself is not something, if you can tell, that any of us talking tonight really started for. We just wanted to feel a little bit better than we did, and we trusted a friend. So whoever invited you here, make sure you talk to them, because they invited you here because they know that this can also bless you like it has them. So it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I actually dove all in. That was when I was holding my little baby, nursing in the recliner. After taking the products all through pregnancy, I was like, man, these are amazing. I feel amazing. Why don't I talk about these more? So 2 years ago, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going to just dive into Plexus, and I can bless more people. So at that time I had helped about, 5 friends or so, maybe 10, maybe. But when they keep saying grab 3 friends, that's just like accountability. That helps you stay on track. That gives you that credit to pay for your product, so it's not a stressor. And then you can run with it, or you can be comfy right there. But this opportunity is seriously one of a kind, because 3 people, the day you sign up and get started, you have the opportunity to make an income. All right. And so it's not that we are here to make a quick dollar, sign up a bunch of people and never check on them. We're here to relationship build, love on people, help them feel better. And what's amazing about this is that this is considered network marketing, right? Not direct sales, because I was actually in a direct sales company for 10 years prior to this. And it wasn't something that I made consistent income with, because it wasn't a product that people were continuing to purchase. It was more just like a want, right? But if people are feeling better, they're going to come back and they're going to continue to order. That's how Plexus is designed, because it works as a system with consistency. So what I found is, all right, well, these people are sticking with me. Like, let's get some more on board. Let's help more people, right? So I was a nurse at the time. I'm a nurse practitioner now. So thanks to Plexus, I was able to work this business throughout nursing school twice, while planning a wedding, while having a baby, nursing a baby for 12 months, taking the products, which is another reason I love them, and everything in between. Sorry. It's just amazing how it can work. And I know that a lot of people think, well, maybe I'm too busy to do this. I have, X amount of kids. There's no possible way I can help other people. You can. It's just things that we tell ourselves. So maybe you think you don't know enough people. All right. Maybe you care too much about what people think of you. So you just don't want to even think about doing something that's uncomfortable. Right. Those are all thoughts that I've had too. Maybe you already have a good job, so the money isn't anything that you would even consider needing. So why would you put in the work to create extra income? And if you just think it's not for you, do you really know that? Or do you just say that because you don't want to try something new? So those are just thoughts that, again, have ran through my head that I have to push out every single day. And it's fun because I actually teach girls how to do that too. We kick those fears. We rise up. We believe bigger. We have dreams that are bigger than what a job can offer sometimes. And it's great because along the way, over the last 3.5 years, two really, because again, the first year I wasn't really all in. Friendships are one of a kind. It's just this community of support. You're never going to just click submit to a product and never have support. You literally get welcomed with open arms. You have a personal sponsor, friend that helps you get started. And then you get to meet all these awesome girls that are like, what are you taking? Why? How many kids do you have? Let's go to, Gatlinburg. It's where we just went. But that's just like icing on the cake in this world where you don't always get those supportive people, those positive people to surround yourself with in a job. And I can attest to that because I did feel stuck. Even after 9 years of nursing school and having a 6-figure income full-time job, I didn't like going there. I was anxious all the time. I would cry a lot of days. I felt stuck there. And I knew that Plexus was a way to use my talents for helping others and love of health and, dreaming big, changing ways for my family and still creating an income. That's what I'm thankful for Plexus for. Because due to a personal choice to protect my own health, I was actually forced to step away from corporate healthcare career just 2 months ago. And if it wasn't for Plexus, I would not have been able to do that. So again, everyone's journey is different. You do not have to quit your job or want to leave your job, or you might just want to make $200 to cover your groceries or $500 to cover your kids' childcare or $1,000 to pay your mortgage. Whatever it is, Plexus has helped me with all of that. And I can truly say that it's doable for you because we have steps to help you accomplish those goals if that is something in your heart. So anyways, so now I say I'm a mompreneur. I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I'm an entrepreneur, but I also mom really good too. So I'm figuring all that out. And I truly believe that it's God's timeline by design that I'm here where I am with Plexus talking to you ladies tonight. Still may step back into the nurse practitioner role in the future, but right now, I'm so excited to believe that, right here is where I'm supposed to be and making an impact and changing lives and creating an income for my family. So I kind of wanted to ask a couple questions like, do you think about clocking in and out every day? Is that something that you want to do? Or do you want to maybe lessen the hours that you're working? Do you want to be told what to do and when to do it? Or do you want to kind of have that flexibility to be your own boss and show up for yourself? It's not always easy, but it's so worth it when you can take vacations when you want to, and they don't have to be approved by someone else. You don't have to be surrounded by negative people. You don't have to feel unappreciated. So Plexus truly values and is so generous. We've already talked about some of the, money goals and just $400 in your first 30 days. Like that's unheard of. I don't think I made that in like 6 months in the 10 years I was in the other company. But again, not to compare, but just to say, we're here speaking because our lives have been changed and we hope to change yours as well. So, we choose our community. How amazing is that? In my first, I would say 3 months, I didn't share right away either. I covered the amount of I covered the amount that my supplements costed, hit the first rank. So the first just thing that they celebrate you for in Plexus. And at that time I was noticing, no more needing ibuprofen for my headaches, no more acid reflux. I wasn't chewing Tums. I was pooping every day. I was not constipated because that's not normal, but that was my normal. No more bloating. Thank goodness. I have had sugar cravings my whole life. I just thought it was normal for me, but I still enjoy some sweets, but I don't love them every single meal like I was before Plexus. So again, took them through pregnancy, took them while breastfeeding. I would say, connecting with people about 45 minutes a day in the nooks and crannies of my crazy life I just told you about. I was then creating money for groceries and some fun money. Come on, we all like to shop, right? And then, an hour a day, I was covering about $1,000 a month with childcare, all the other groceries and products. And then about now, I have been able to create income that covers our mortgage. We just did some home updates and we actually just bought a golf cart. So those are the fun things that because of Plexus, we've been able to do. And if it wasn't for that, I would be stuck in a job that is super stressful, super anxiety provoking, super high responsibility, which again, I worked really hard for that and I'm proud of my degree, but it isn't where my heart is fulfilled. And I want the flexibility to be with my baby while he's little and take off time when I'm able to. So thanks to Plexus, I'm able to do that. And I'm the acronym girl. I don't know if my mom's on here. She's the teacher, but if I wasn't a nurse practitioner, I would always said I would be a teacher because I think in like acronyms. I like to remember something. So I want you guys to think the word change. Okay. If you want to change, C is comfort zones. They're meant to be stretched. So you might have to get a little uncomfortable to do something like this, but nothing bad comes out of that when you stretch the comfort zone. Even just stepping out and talking to people that maybe you haven't talked to since high school, or maybe, talking to a friend of a friend. You guys can create so many connections if you just get out of your head. The H in change is how could this bless your family? So it's not everyone's need is the same, but if your family needs something, if you need community, if you need support, if you need encouragement, if you need improved health, you're in the right place. The A is to accept growth, and you're always going to learn in this business. You're never going to, even at the top, you're going to keep learning and keep growing. And, but that's how these beautiful things happen when you just trust yourself. The N is, the next to none community that's going to support you when you make a change. The G is get out of your head, like I just said. So don't worry about all those thoughts that people may think of you. Yes, it's important. That's a human thought, but those people don't pay your bills and they also don't walk in your shoes. So if you want to change, then you go for it. And then lastly is E, everything happens for a reason. And if you made time to be on this call, you're here for a reason. So we hope that you took away something tonight, even if it's a little inspiration. We're real life people. You can ask your friend to connect us, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you so much. These ladies' stories are so amazing, and I never get tired of hearing them. And like Allie said, we are normal people. Right now, I have no makeup on. This has been my office look for the day. And so what's great about it is you really can work it when it fits into your schedule. Yes, you do have to work it. You can't work it sometimes, but you can work it part-time, right? But we always say, if you're like, I don't know where to start. I don't even know how to make a post on Facebook. I don't know how to, take a photo or whatever it may be, whatever you think that you have to be, we have so many things laid out for you in our community. We have step by step, we have content created already for you. We have example posts that you can take and make your own. And like Allie said, when you get started, you not only get your friend who is going to be like your one-on-one person, but you also get all of us as well. Like we are a very connected community, and we are going to just lock arms with you, and whatever your goals are, we're going to help you make those happen. And so for me, if you love to travel, if you crave more time and you're not just living for, I don't know, like how I used to cram my whole life into 2 days over the weekend. Like how much stuff do you try to cram in? You try to cram in relaxing, you try to cram in house like to-dos, you try to cram in a vacation, you try to cram in just getting all of these things done. And I used to like live for the weekends. And I'm like, how sad. Like I used to live for Friday night and Saturday. Sunday would be my prep day. And then it started all over again. And it just felt like so robotic. And for me, that's not how I wanted to live. But like Allie said, she was an MP. And so she loves to be a nurse. Like she loves it, but her heart just wasn't in it. Life happened. She had a baby. And she's like, hold up, wait a second. Like, you guys know when you have a baby, you're like, I didn't know I was going to love this little thing so much. Right. And so that was kind of my thing. I never thought I'd want to be a stay-at-home mom. But as soon as I had my son West, I was like, there's no way I cannot there's no way that I can like, just after, whatever, however many weeks you get for maternity leave, just pick up and leave him. And I'm so thankful that I've been allowed to do that, right? Like that it has allowed me to do that. And so I don't take this opportunity light, because I know what it can do. It can be, like Allie said, it can be pay your gas, your groceries. And I remember like the first time that I was able to swipe my card, I was at Trader Joe's and it didn't get declined, which was so amazing, because back then I was like, okay, put a little bit of gas in the car, go grab some groceries. And then you always kind of hold your breath when you swipe, right? We all go through hard times. We're all human. And I think that financial, stress has a lot to do, or can damper a lot of our relationships around us, right? And so let us just show you what is possible. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It costs zero to ask questions. And then we give you the information and you do what you will with it. You make that decision for yourself, but we will give you the information that you need to make an educated decision. But I'm going to say, if you love to travel, if you need more time flexibility, and you're looking for just like the best friends and community that will uplift you all the time, then this is definitely your gig. So we just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope it inspired you. We hope it gave you maybe your plan A or your plan B. And we hope to see you in our community soon. So thank you guys so much. If you're not already part of our community and you do decide to take advantage, as long as you get signed up by tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., you will get started with a free membership. Okay. So just let that person know that invited you, and we hope to see you in our community. Bye guys.